we had to solve these questions, and for solving a triangular questions of these forms, first thing you have to consider the properties of triangle. The triangle have so many properties that will make you to able to get the answers of these questions. But before we solving this question, don't forget to subscribe to this channel and follow us in our Facebook page. And the question is this: you have to find Q, R, and P. In finding the value of Q, in finding the value of R and P, you must understand the properties and the signs. You're able to see these two signs shows that the inner triangle, it is an isosceles triangle. So the inner triangle shows to us that this is an what? An isosceles triangle. And the bigger triangle, the side 1, 2, 3, showing to us that this triangle, it is an equilateral triangle. So for knowing the properties of triangle, we make you to solve and get the exact values of the triangle. So now, the first thing you are going to write, since this inner triangle, it is an isosceles triangle, meaning to us that here also it is also P. Now, if this is also a P, now, and recalls that every of the triangle is an equilateral triangle. So now, if it is an equilateral triangle, telling us that this R plus Q, it is the total, since it is an equilateral triangle, here is R plus P, R plus P, R plus P. So telling us that R plus P plus, this is a degree, onto R plus P degree plus R plus P degree is equal to 180 degree. So that is another properties of triangle, that the sums of the three sides of triangle must be 180 degree. So if the sums of the three sides of triangle is 180 degree, that is why we have the right to say R plus P plus R plus P plus R plus P. So let's try to rearrange. We have R plus R plus R plus P plus P plus P is equal to 180 degree. So we have a 3R plus 3P is equal to 180 degree. So for having 3R and 3P, but recall that the 3 is common here. The 3 is common. We have a 3 onto R plus P is equal to 180 degree. So if now telling us that R plus P is equal to 180 divided by 3, that R plus P is equal to 60. So from equation 1, it has able to have formed equation 1, R plus P is equal to 60 degree. Equation 1, you can call it an equation. So now, if R plus P is equal to 60 degree, now how do we now find the value of P first? Since this is an isosceles triangle, the property let us to know that P plus 110 degree is 180 degree. We call this one equation 2. So now we don't need to equate, just try to find the values of this equation. We have 2P is equal to 180 minus 110 degree. We have 2P is equal to 70 degree. So our P now be 70 divided by 2, which is equal to 35 degree. So now P is equal to 35 degree. That recalls that R plus P and R plus P is equal to 60. And you're able to have gotten the value of P to be 35. We have R plus 35 degree is equal to 60 degree. So therefore our R will now be 60 degree minus 35 degree. So the value of R will give you 25 degree. So if the value of R is now 25 degree, and I was able to have said something earlier, that this is an equilateral triangle, and that the equilateral triangle has the properties that R plus P here is also what? R plus P. The total here is also what? R plus P. Now telling us that the Q is equal to R plus P. Now recall, you are able to get the value of R to be 25 degree. You are able to get the values of R to 25 degree, the P to be 35 degree, whereby the Q is equal to 25 plus 35, which will give us 60 degree. But recall, I've said earlier that Q is also what? R plus Q. This is the real equation. Is so Q is R plus P, and at the same time, Q is equal to 60 degrees. So all these problems being solved with the properties of triangle, and the properties of triangle will make you to have an authority in solving questions of this form. So don't forget to subscribe to these channels and follow us in our Facebook page and share this video